Yeah.
I'm on my way home.
They say home is where the hate is. My dome is where fate is. I stroll where souls get lost like Vegas. Seen through the eyes of rebel glasses. Pray to God that my arms reach the masses. The young smoke grass and grass.
I had to go in
And just, you know how first days are always kind of rough.
Yeah, they're very rough. And he was like, they on some like, you got at 12:30. I'm like, yeah, I hope it's standing and ready to come in and just sit down. Yeah. Hopefully we can get it done quick though.
All right, that sound back there is not a bird. It is Mr. Ridiculous himself. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio and the stage.
Do me like that.
At 19, I was like, yo, I'm moving to LA. Didn't have no money. Really, I'm just one of those people, I'm just like so passionate, I'm a dreamer, and I was like, I can do this. I'm going to LA. My best friend, Michael B. Jordan, had just moved to LA, and he was like, you know, come on, just come to LA with me. And I'm like, okay, I got a friend out there, let's do this.
I'm from North New Jersey, on the West Coast now. I'm here in California with my boy Sterling, just trying to do it big, writing stuff. Incredibles right here, co-founders right here.
So I moved to LA, and it was one of the greatest and yet worst decisions of my life. And it was great because it helped me become the man I am today. But it was horrible as far as preparation. I was 19 and I just went for it. I didn't have much money at all. I was on a 7-Eleven diet, eating hot dogs and drinking Arizonas like every day, and barely could afford that. And came out here, lived out here for all of 7 months, couldn't cover my rent. I know Mike hated me during that time because, you know, that's my best friend, so he was looking out for me mad times that I'm like, I know he ain't even got the money like that. And he's still looking out for me like, this is my brother.
Yeah. Fresh to death she is. From her steps to the set she is.
I was into music, and one of the guys on our show wanted to be in music. And he was like, yo, I'm doing this. I want to do a publishing production company. Can you help me? Because he knew I was working in music. And I said, yeah, I'll be glad to help you. Helped him out. And the guy, Rob, who does this, like, who was the host of the show, he would come to the studio sessions. And then he just literally came to me one day. I know it sounds like a whack story, but he came to me one day and just said, you're so funny. Would you like to do a show with me?
People really don't even understand how, and I'm going to use this word because I mean it, how trill Rob Dyrdek is. Like, he one of the trillest motherfuckers I've ever met in my entire life. That's from street niggas to fucking, to real life OGs to whatever. Rob Dyrdek is one of the trillest motherfuckers you're going to ever meet.
How did you do that?
And I was just like, yeah, cool, whatever. Thinking he was just talking. And then he came to me probably like 3 months later and said, oh, that show I mentioned to you, we filmed the pilot tomorrow, so be there at 10 a.m. And I was like, okay, this is a real thing. And he put on for me in Ridiculousness, and he vouched for me with MTV and told them, this dude is funny. And they believed him. And now we 5 seasons in, and the rest is history.
Ain't yelling cut when it's shooting time. Sign up, it's recruiting time. Big wigs with a suit and tie, and them big things got two inside. Fuck wrong with these whole niggas. Don't do coke, I don't blow. Most people be thinking, oh, that's the black dude from Ridiculousness. And like, they don't know really where I came from and what I like started from. Like, most people know I started in music. Like, I started in music, and I started working with this dude, Troy Taylor, who does Songbook Entertainment. And as you may know, Songbook has Trey songs. And that's how I started A&R, and I always wanted to work with Trey on a personal level.
I do it for the streets. I do it for the club. I do it for the da-da.
We back! We back like we love something!
You know, me and Trey were really hands on his album. We were friends first and foremost, and he was like, yo, I want you to help me with this album and for you to bring me the talented producers and songwriters I work with. And I was able to really, help him understand where he wanted to go. And I know he already knows where he wanted to go, but I think we came up with a great sound for this album. And I know he's really happy and excited to be putting out new music, and so am I.
Sterling, you were always funny and the life of the party here at school.
Yeah, too much of a party sometimes.
Yeah, but everybody knew your spirit was right. So I mean, I never knew that you would take that into what you're doing today, that's what you should do.
I'm one of those people that I really believe that I'm a blessed individual. Like, I'm a blessed individual. So, like, thank you, God, for putting me in this position that I am. Because, you know what I'm saying, you could have easily chose somebody else. But influencers, my dad, as cliche as it sounds, as lame as it sounds, my dad's one of my huge influences, and my mom as well. My dad was the dude that if he saw you serving on my block or selling drugs, some people might not know what it's called, selling drugs or whatever, he gonna correct you. As a leader in your community, as an adult, it's your job to let them know. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to take that risk or chance, take responsibility in your community enough to say, okay, that's not right. And that's why my dad and my mom was so influential in my life. It's because I knew I grew up in the hood, but at an early age, I knew I wasn't going to be of the hood.
This is my niece Leia. She's so pretty.
How are you acting?
Such a good girl. And then my new nephew.
He's kind of aggressive.
Your main motivation should be to make sure your people are good. And when I say family, I don't mean just blood. Like your friends, like you should be making sure everybody's good. I'm not saying you should give handouts, because your real family don't want handouts from you. But you should be putting yourself in a position to make sure they're in a position to succeed. And that's what real niggas do. If you got good family that's successful, what the fuck they supposed to do?
I feel you, man.
I've been working this great shift and I ain't made shit. I wish I could.
What made me want to start a clothing line? You gotta look good. You gotta feel good. When you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And then when you feel good, you make a lot of good shit happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like fashion carries energy in it. And you gotta have when you feel good, you have positive energy throughout the day. I chose the name Basic Math. I was going through different names. And Basic Math it resonated with me because I felt like I always try to have positive energy instead of negative energy. And I also told myself that in life, you add certain things to your life, you have to subtract certain things from your life to ultimately simplify your life. And if you know math, the one thing you want to do is simplify. And I feel like that's in life. You want to simplify your life. So you add certain things to your life, you subtract certain things away from your life, and ultimately you will simplify your life. And I feel like that name, people think, oh, it's going to be math-based. And it's like, no, it's so much more life-based than anything. So much more of a lifestyle that I'm excited about, and seeing kids in basic math and seeing my colleagues and my peers in basic math. And I know that's going to be like the most amazing feeling I could ever have. And this is like really my genesis. This is really my beginning of not only where I've come from, but where I'm trying to go. And I know that I want to share this kind of stuff not only with the world, but with the fans and everything, so they can see exactly what I'm trying to do as I watch my dreams become reality.
Man, way back in the sky. And I didn't even try to work a job, represent the mob at the same time.